Hey everyone, welcome to another swing dancing tutorial on this channel. My name is Sergi, and today I would like to talk about a very interesting topic. What about boogie woogie? You know, it's a common question from Lindy Hop dancers. Can I really do boogie woogie? If I had like 5 years experience in Lindy Hop, should I go to beginner boogie class and spend 1 more year, to get into it? Or I can use my knowledge somehow, my habits in the body movement, and, for example, take part in a competition, maybe go to a final, and watch the video afterwards and see, oh, okay, I really did the boogie woogie, not just my vision of that, or not a Lindy Hop. So I think it is still possible, and this is what we're gonna cover today, how to do boogie woogie if you're dancing Lindy Hop. Quick reminder, please subscribe to my channel and spread the word in social media. I will be very grateful for that. And a big thank you for all the people who keeps supporting Ukrainian army. It's very important thing to us nowadays. Thank you. Let's start. So the first part will be busting some myths. Bam! Okay, because obviously there are several myths about the boogie woogie in the Lindy Hop community, and I would like to talk about some of these. So myth number 1, in boogie woogie they only do 6 count figures. They learn the 6 count basic doing 6 count figures. No, it's absolutely not like that. Boogie woogie still has all the numbers, all the different prolonged figures, 8 count, 10 count, 12 count, 16 count, whatever. You can use the same system of, prolonging the figures or switching the steps in the figures. All of them works perfectly. No, it's not about the 6 count, it's about different things. So myth number 2, okay, I've seen some boogie woogie dancing and they're mostly doing kickball change. They're doing kickball change all the time. No, this is not true, obviously. Sometimes in the very fast dancing, it's just a little bit more comfortable to do kickball change, but obviously not. Boogie woogie, still, you can do rock step, you do pivot rock step, you do all the switches like that. Step, kickball change, all the variations works there. This is not the only rule to use the kickball change. And myth number 3.
In boogie woogie they only dance to fast music, to fast tempo.
Again, this is not true. All the, kind of tempos, all the kind of melodies that has rhythm and blues or rock and roll energy at any tempo you can dance boogie to. Even in competition, you have the fast tempo because, it's very demanding and it's a competition. But also you have the slow. So where you can actually show more of your body control and body movement. And again, this is only competition. When you're social dancing, the whole variety of feelings and rhythms are still available for boogie woogie. Yeah, so you can dance to any tempo. And here we go. The main topic, how to do it. What is the difference? What should I do differently to have the boogie woogie feeling in the body and so it looks like boogie woogie? So the first difference, which I think will be the best exercise, if you have the Lindy Hop experience but starting to do boogie, will be the next thing. First, you have to understand how the bounce works. So this will be the curve of the bounce. This is how it's going to look like. Very scientific way, okay? So I'm talking about the neutral position, which is common for any kind of swing dancing. When you have your weight a little bit in front, on the front part of the foot here, and then you bend your knees a little bit. And this is very comfortable, very basic position, to start walking around, moving and still. In the boogie woogie, you use some different muscles, or use them differently, to go up a little bit more in a little bit more active way. So before going down, you consistently going up. And why is that a thing? Because, boogie woogie, and to me, in America, they don't call it boogie woogie. They still do Lindy Hop, just to rhythm and blues, rock and roll music. Because music has changed, and with most of the rhythm and blues songs, the different rhythm section sound appeared there. So it was a bit more active, you can say aggressive somehow, yeah? And the thing is, because the music came from the blues, and one of the most typical blues beat is ba-ba, 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 bam, 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 on a guitar, for example. So this beat before the beat, like ba-ba, 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 it gives you this feeling going up a bit more. So this is why I would use my legs slightly differently. So I'm going to talk about the first leg, obviously the one that start the touch step. I'm going to start with the touch step exercise because this is the very basic, everyone can do this. But in Boogie Woogie, I'm also talk a bit more about the second leg, or I will call it the support leg. So support leg, and especially the ankle, will lift me up a bit more before the actual beat, like up, down, up, down, up, down. While the leg number one, the first leg is doing the touch step, touch, 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 touch. And you know, this is the muscles that you're going to use the most when you're switching from Lindy to Boogie Woogie. This is something that you're not used to very much. So if I go for the touch steps, it's going to be the same on the opposite leg. Touch, step, up, down, from same way, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So using your ankle in the support leg is exercise number one. In addition to this, I would probably lift my knee just a little bit higher because, you know, in the Lindy Hop, if it's slow, nice music, you can go for like almost flat, you know, without lifting the leg so much. So the boogie music, the boogie beat, just asking me to lift the leg a bit more so I can press the floor a bit more because of the pretty active beat. So in comparison, it's going to be like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you see a touch, to Lindy Hop beat. And then you go, melody. Here we go. So going up a little bit more, And the melody just asks you to go a bit more, you know, actively. If you go lower, still use the same feeling. And I suggest you to start with this exercise. It's still the best exercise to get this boogie feeling from a melody, transfer it into the body and get used to this. After that, it's slightly different, but a new feeling probably. The important thing I would like to mention that still, you know, from the neutral position, when your knees are bending like this, I never go to a full straight knees like this. So it's not going up to straighten the knee. It's still the same feeling when they're slightly bended. Just in addition to this, I lift the knee a bit more and go down, up, down, up, down. So if we go back to our curve of the bounce in the Boogie Woogie, this effect of going up before the beat down, I mostly use my ankle to reproduce this. So the next step, we're going to try to transfer this into a triple step, because basically the triple step is about our music, you know, jazz music, rock and roll music, still using the triple steps. So it's almost the same feeling when you use your ankle a bit. Missile alarm. Fucking rush! Okay, we're back. Right. So again, before doing the triple step, use the support leg or leg number 2 as I told, to do the same. Go up before the triple step and the knee lifts in the same way. So go triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. And because of that, you're gonna spend a little bit more energy on lifting and bouncing vertically instead of moving around on the triple step, like you mostly do when you do Lindy Hop, like triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. So this is because of this in Boogie Woogie, you see more people kind of staying on the spot, you know, tripling and doing the basic. Because basically by doing the basic, you reproduce the boogie beat in the body and in the dance. This is because the footwork is the big part of Boogie Woogie. So going triple step, triple step, up, down, triple step, again. So I use my ankles to lift beforehand, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. Music. Here we go. same feeling, you can go for substitution to touch step. And switch back to triple. And to summarize the footwork, so after that you obviously do the same on the step or on rock step or on kickball change. It's gonna be the same way, so use the support leg. I would like to talk more a bit about the kickball change, because sometimes the Lindy hop kickball change, I could say, is lazy, which is good. Yeah, you don't force it too much, so it just goes like almost like straight knee. In the boogie woogie, please use the same feeling when you lift beforehand, up down, and then you go kick, go change, kick, go change, up down, up down, up down, up down, and the step, 1, 2, triple step, triple step. The triple steps and now multiple kickball change. I kick, go change, I kick, go change, I walk, 2, I walk, 2, I walk, 2. Same if you're a follower and you try to travel with the kickball change, so it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And then obviously the final thing, which you've probably seen in Boogie Woogie, they don't do very much often the stretch rock step, you know? The stretch on 1 and compression on 2. Obviously you can use it, as I mentioned before, but the main leading becomes a bit tighter. Again, why? Because of the music. The rock and roll music, it became a kind of more energetic and you use more power for your footwork. So this is why you don't waste so much energy and time for big stretches. So everything became slightly bit more compact. And because of that, leaders create the stretch a bit earlier on number 6, on count 6 in the basic, for example. So you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2. Without stretching away, the stretch is already on 6, and then you bring the follower to you on number 1. So for the followers, very good habit to practice. Again, just try to get used that pretty often you will walk forward on count 1. So if you start on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2. Again, if you do the swivels, it's gonna work. Yeah, but just, okay, you're already prepared to go forward on number 1. And then there's not a problem there, because after that you will just listen how much stretch you receive from a leader and when, on what count, and you react afterwards like you would do normally. So this was quite a simple explanation. Today it's fundamental basics, I would say, in the difference. But if you try to practice these separate parts, you're already going to be more prepared for the Lindy hop follower if you're for a boogie follower if you're a leader. And the opposite way, yeah, so to follow a bit differently. And if you have good skills, good technique in Lindy hop, you will have a good chance to transfer it in the boogie feeling. Just have some practice. Again, this, because the music is the best exercise. This is where everything starts. I call this the boogie beat. Like, you know, instead of like groovy, groovy, groove, And so for today, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was useful for you. Obviously, I can talk much more about the difference, and I hope to cover these topics in my later videos. But get started with it. I mean, it's really cool if you know different styles and you adapt your dancing to the music and to the partner that you're dancing with. You just become a better dancer and you really can have much more fun with this, especially if you like the different kinds of music like rock and roll, rhythm and blues and stuff like that. So for today, I'm saying goodbye to you. See you in my next videos. Please don't forget about the very, very important link in the description below. Support of Ukrainian army. So we can have less missile alarms at least. Thank you so much. See you soon.